Riyadus Salihin. Chapter 71, Modesty and Courtesy Towards the Believers. Allah, the Exalted, says, "And be kind and humble to the believers who follow you." Surah 26 verse 215. O believers! Whoever among you abandons their faith, Allah will replace them with others who love Him and are loved by Him. They will be humble with the believers but firm towards the disbelievers. Surah 5 verse 54. O humanity! Indeed, we created you from a male and a female, and made you into peoples and tribes so that you may get to know one another. Surely the most noble of you in the sight of Allah is the most righteous among you. Surah 49 verse 13. So do not falsely elevate yourselves. He knows best who is truly righteous. Surah 53 verse 32. Those on the heights will call out to some tyrants in the fire, who they will recognize by their appearance, saying, "Your large numbers and arrogance are of no use today." Are these humble believers the ones you swore would never be shown Allah's mercy? Finally, those on the heights will be told, "Enter paradise. You will have nothing to fear, nor will you grieve." Surah 7 verse 48 to 49. Iyad bin Himar, may Allah be pleased with him, reported, Messenger of Allah peace be upon him said, "Allah has revealed to me that you should humble yourselves to one another. One should neither hold himself above another, nor transgress against another." Reported in Sahih Muslim. Commentary: to treat each other humbly, leniently, and lovingly is understood as humility. 1. Under this principle, is also required not to despise anybody on the basis of wealth, social distinction, and lineage. Moreover, one should also not adopt an unkind attitude towards others. Besides, if Allah has bestowed honor on somebody, he is supposed to be grateful to him, instead of behaving disrespectfully towards people and subjecting them to unkindness and tyranny. Abu Hurairah, may Allah be pleased with him, reported, Messenger of Allah peace be upon him said, "Wealth does not diminish by giving sadaqah, charity. Allah augments the honor of one who forgives, and one who serves another seeking the pleasure of Allah, Allah will exalt him in ranks." Reported in Sahih Muslim. Commentary: apparently giving in sadaqah, charity, decreases wealth, but Allah fairly compensates an almsgiver by increasing his wealth. Otherwise, he is sure to receive the best recompense in the hereafter, which will make good his loss. Or, Allah blesses the rest of his wealth in such a way that the sense of loss is removed from his mind. As for a lenient and humble attitude, it is sometimes mistaken by man for his humiliation. But Messenger of Allah peace be upon him calls such an impression as erroneous. Indeed, humility increases his honor and dignity. And as regards the hereafter, the best reward is bound to accrue to him when he will be blessed with spiritual heights. Anas, may Allah be pleased with him, passed by some children and greeted them, by saying Assalamu alaikum to them. Then he said, the Prophet peace be upon him used to do the same. Reported in Sahih al-Bukhari and Muslim. Commentary: to greet, saying Assalamu alaikum, small children is an excellent expression of humbleness. Similarly, a believer is under obligation to greet his wife and children while entering his home, and this will be a sign of his humbleness as well. Besides, he is also supposed to greet his subordinates, servants, and other lowly people. Escape from it is an indication of pride and arrogance, and shows a deviation from the practice of the Prophet peace be upon him, which is enough to incur the displeasure of Allah. Anas bin Malik, may Allah be pleased with him, reported, a slave girl of Al-Madinah would take hold of the hand of the Prophet peace be upon him, and take him wherever she desired. Reported in Sahih al-Bukhari. Commentary: this hadith throws light on the sublime courtesy, and unique humbleness of Messenger of Allah peace be upon him, as well as his passion to meet the wants of the needy. It provides all the Muslims with a worth emulating example. The hadith does not mean that the slave girl would actually touch the Prophet's hands, but that he would show humbleness to all kinds of people, be they young or old, rich or poor, men or women. Al-Aswad bin Yazid, may Allah be pleased with him, reported, Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, was asked, what did Messenger of Allah peace be upon him used to do inside his house? She answered, he used to keep himself busy helping members of his family, and when it was the time for salat, the prayer, he would get up for prayer. Reported in Sahih al-Bukhari. Commentary, here too, we are informed about the extreme humbleness of Messenger of Allah peace be upon him. Many a man deems his insult and indignity to extend his cooperation to woman in household affairs. This is against the practice of Messenger of Allah peace be upon him. To cooperate with woman in doing domestic things is a sunnah, and man should not feel complex in it. However, an excessive interest in domestic engagements which makes one indifferent to salat is not desirable. Rather, one is supposed to give up all domestic engagements when it is time to offer salat, and be ready for it. Tamim bin Yazad, may Allah be pleased with him, reported, I came to Messenger of Allah peace be upon him, while he was delivering a khutbah and said, O Messenger of Allah, a stranger, meaning himself, has come to inquire about his deen. He is quite ignorant about his deen. Messenger of Allah peace be upon him interrupted his khutbah and turned to me. Then a chair was brought for him and he sat on it. He started instructing me what Allah had taught him. Then he resumed his khutbah and completed it. Reported in Sahih Muslim. Commentary, this hadith also mirrors, apart from the extreme humbleness of the Prophet peace be upon him, his affability and consolation for a traveler, as well as the priority which he gave to faith and Islamic teachings. Moreover, it reveals that, during the delivery of sermon, if it is needed, the preacher can converse with somebody, and also leave the pulpit temporarily. Anas, may Allah be pleased with him, reported, when the Messenger of Allah peace be upon him finished eating his food, he would lick his 3 fingers, the forefinger, the middle finger and the thumb. He peace be upon him said, if any one of you drops a morsel, he should remove anything harmful from it and then eat it. He should not leave it for shaitan. He commanded us to clean out the dish, saying, you do not know in what portion of your food the blessing lies. Reported in Sahih Muslim. Commentary, this hadith also stresses humbleness, simplicity, and regard for the blessings of Allah. To be unwilling to pick up a fallen morsel and eat it, and to keep from cleaning up the dish is the style of arrogant and wealthy people. It displays disregard for Allah's blessing. To eat the fallen morsel after cleaning it and to lick up the dish shows, apart from humbleness, regard for the divine gift. Such an act pleases Allah. In it there is another advantageous aspect. Man never knows which is the blessed portion of food. When one licks up the dish, or even his fingers, picks up the fallen morsel and eats it after cleaning it, nothing will be wasted from the meal. In this way, the blessed portion of meal will automatically come to him, and he will not remain deprived of it. Moreover, the hadith tells us that Allah's blessing, in whatever small quantity it may be, must not be wasted. Yet unfortunately, as we see today, food is wasted like anything in the feasts and marriage ceremonies. Whereas there are countless people in the world who do not get enough to eat, and there are many areas where people simply starve. May Allah guide us. Abu Huraira, may Allah be pleased with him, reported, the Prophet peace be upon him said, every prophet has tended sheep. He was asked, and did you? He replied, yes, I tended them for a few carrots for the Makkans. Reported in Sahih al-Bukhari. Commentary: this hadith has already been mentioned earlier, approving of secluded life in a peculiar situation. As the same has relevance with humbleness, it is repeated in this chapter as well. Indeed, it is the quality of humble people that they earn their living by manual labor. Abu Huraira, may Allah be pleased with him, reported, the Prophet peace be upon him said, if I am invited to a meal consisting of a sheep's foot or shoulder, I would respond and I would accept as a gift a shoulder, or a foot of a sheep. Reported in Sahih al-Bukhari. Commentary: this hadith brings to our knowledge the humbleness and simplicity of Messenger of Allah peace be upon him. It serves as an exemplar to us that we should accept the simple invitation of a poor man, and even an ordinary gift. We must not reject the gift owing to its ordinariness and inadequacy. Anas bin Malik, may Allah be pleased with him, reported, Messenger of Allah peace be upon him had a she-camel called Al-Adba which would not allow any other camel to surpass her. A Bedouin came riding his camel which outstripped it. The Muslims were much grieved at this. Messenger of Allah peace be upon him perceived it and said, it is Allah's way that he lowers whatever raises itself in the world. Reported in Sahih al-Bukhari. Commentary: this hadith underlines a principle of Allah that he never keeps anything in the world on the rise eternally. Every rising star has its eventual decline. Individuals and nations apart, this law of nature also applies to animal life. In it is embedded divine wisdom. First, annihilation and fall is the fate of everything. Second, lest power and growth should go to man's head, he is warned by being reduced to smallness that, there exists a supreme one who holds sway over all creatures and can render the powerful weak and helpless. The Bedouin camel rider resented the companions by overtaking Messenger of Allah peace be upon him, yet he himself did not express his resentment. Rather the occasion caused him to explain the divine wisdom behind it. The hadith also shows the Prophet's humility.
Ya Rasul salam alayka, Ya Habib salam alayka.